CBT, 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 What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk along with Smooth Cat. And we here with Junior Welterweight contender, Hammering Hank Lundy. How you doing today, champ?
Good, man. You know, every day's a good day.
Hey, I definitely agree with that. My first question for you is, have you ever seen Mauricio Herrera fight? And if so, what are your thoughts on him as a fighter?
Oh, yeah, you know, I seen him face John Molina, Danny Garcia. You know, he's a busy fighter, you know, that like to be a pest for guys that are, you know, somewhat big punches. You know, I seen him on what he did with Kareem Mayfield. Kareem Mayfield pulled the win out. You know, he stayed right up in his chest, especially with Danny Garcia. But one of these things that you got to look at, most of these guys that he's fighting, these guys are flat-footed and they don't have no mobility. You know, these guys really don't box like that. So my question to you, what happens when you're in front of a guy like me that's slick, you know, that can box, that can go on the inside, that switch southpaw and right hand? That sets you up for a disaster. And like I said, to get ready for Hammering Hank, you got to have like 10 guys to emulate me, baby.
It's funny that you say that, because I was asking my other boy in Colossal Boxing Talk, JG. It's gonna be interesting to see how Herrera deals with a guy that can punch and box and who has fast hands. So that's definitely an intriguing matchup, and I can't wait for July 11th to get here.
Oh man, listen, the fight was originally supposed to be, you know, June the 6th. We was ready, you know. I stayed at the gym and grinding, you know, 140, you know. I actually I'm coming down for 154, you know. I'm naturally a junior welterweight, so he can think that I'm the little guy all he want, but actually at lightweight, I'm a big guy at lightweight. You know, I just could make it. I'm sacrificed, you know, and I can make it, but don't be surprised if Hammering Hank is actually bigger than Mauricio Herrera. You know, even in the Denorme fight, body-wise, you know, we was matched up pretty good, but I was a little bit bigger than him, but he was just taller. You know, I ain't worried about that. Everybody taller than me.
I definitely agree. Smooth Cat.
What are you most looking forward to Herrera bringing to the ring, kind of like offset material?
Well, what he going to do, you know, he's going to be busy. You know, he's going to try to outmatch my punch output, you know, and try to stay more busy than me. You know, and the same token is that, you know, he's going to try to box. You know, they looking at the Denorme fight where I came forward, you know, in that fight. You know, they think it's going to be just like that. Look, one thing about it, man, I'm going to tell you like this. Don't look at that tape, because you look at tape, I come with something else.
Hey, you definitely versatile. My next question is, going into this fight, what do you feel for this fight in particular? Maybe you feel this way for all your fights, but what do you think will be your biggest advantage going into this fight?
Well, you know, my movement, you know, and my jab, you know. And, you know, the things that I have, you know, and most people forget, I'm a well-schooled boxer. You know, I can box my butt off. But sometimes that Philadelphia, you know, bully come out. You know, in a fight like with Denorme, you know, I have to go get him and walk him down. So if that needs to be put on display, then Hammering Hank will bring that out and go get Mauricio Herrera. You know, I'll step up, you know, walk him down and try to get him out there.
Smooth Cat.
Okay, now another thing with this fight, it's like I said, it's kind of interesting because both of y'all are relatively, a lot of people they're not too interested in fighting. So it's kind of interesting to put you two in here. Okay, we don't look a little bit ahead. Now, if you win this one, who do you potentially win next?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know, that be two guys, you know, that I cleaned up. I cleaned up Lucian Joseph, you know, that was supposed to fight Danny. He had the number one spot for 3 years. And then Mauricio Herrera, where, you know, everybody, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. You know, he really got a Danny butt if he beat him. But, you know, they gave it to Danny. You know, that's one thing about me that my fans love. I don't sugarcoat nothing because we from the same city. I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you real, and it's gonna be uncut. And I'm gonna give it to you the truth. And what I feel as though, once I get him out the way, give me Daddy, or any of them other guys, give me a world title shot because that's what I deserve.
I definitely agree. You've been knocking on that door for a long time, and that kind of leads me to my next question. Knowing that you've been on the wrong side of unfortunate decisions, does this give you, like this fight in particular, because both of you guys have been, robbed, so to speak, in fights that you clearly won, does this give you any added motivation or, added pressure to go for the knockout and, and really make a statement and not leave it into the judges' hands to, decide a winner in this fight?
But, at the end of the day, you always got to be kind of, skeptical about, the guy, he's with Golden Boy, you gotta look at that, and then you gotta think about it, the judges. But in my book, I'm not looking for the knockout. I know I'm able, to go in there and box and pitch a shutout. I did it in Montreal. I did it in the what was the other guy? Santana, Don King fighter in Don King hometown. Once again about Hammering Hank, people must forget that I take my little bag on a stick and I go to people's hometowns and I stun the crowd, and I take over. That night is going to be a Hammering Hank Lundy event. I'm going to steal the show, and I'm going to show them that once again, I am the real deal.
Smooth Cat?
Like you say you are, for being a role warrior. Now, this fight here, like I say, it's very interesting. Okay. Now, are you going into this one? Are you expecting are you looking for the KO on this? You like, okay, whatever way I win.
Well, the KO is always on my mind, because I'm not going to front. Every fighter goes into a fight, we want the KO, but if the KO don't come, then we got to do the next best thing is beat the guy impressively where the judges and the fans all around the world say, oh, they can't rob you, You got to put that money in the bank, and I'm not going to go in there and leave it into no judge's hands. That's what I'm going to leave it at.
I definitely like to hear that. Be cool.
What does a Hank Lundy daily workout consist of?
Oh, man, running. Like today, I'm going to give it to you raw and real. Listen, today, ran 8.5 miles. Every Sunday, the Hammer get out there and run 8.5 miles. The regular is about like 6. You got the gym workout, ab work, boxing, pad work, eating right, strength and conditioning. We a workhorse, man. I'm the true definition of a throwback fighter, There's no rust on my behalf. And it's crazy because I get married a week before the fight. It's going to be no drinking. I really don't drink, so it's going to be no partying, no sex, we're going to have a good time, walk down the aisle, get married, everybody enjoying themselves. I can just sit back and watch everybody, get drunk and trip, And then the next week is war time. Then after that, I'll spend time with the family, it's about sacrificing,
I definitely agree with that. Smooth Cat?
Most definitely. Congratulations on you getting ready to get married soon.
Appreciate it.
Definitely, congratulations.
Well, being in this boxing game, man, that's a big part that completes, you being the best you could be. You thinking about it, most of these fighters have a unstable home where you're not, you with more than one female. I'm not knocking nobody, but at the end of the day, with Hammer and Hank, I'm a family guy, When I come home, food, cook, healthy food, I'm not running around with this female, that female, because most fighters, they won't admit to it, but when you having relations or with different females, that takes a lot out of it, So especially you having one person that knows you, and know what you're driving for and try to succeed at, it makes everything easier because they they right by your side and holding you down. They understand your grind.
I definitely agree. It's mostly important to have that support system and somebody that makes you, better. So, I'm definitely happy for you.
All right, appreciate it, man. All love.
No problem. Smooth Cat?
All right, so far for this fight, have you began sparring yet or no?
Oh, man, as soon as it's funny because I sparred Emmanuel Teller, helping him for his fight. So, I'm already ready. Like I said, man, when the fight was announced for June the 6th, I've been ready. I've been in the gym working, sparring. I got a couple guys that fought on Mansour and Joey Guenco card. I got a couple guys ready on that. I've been working, man. I'm a workhorse. Like I said, they say, back in the old times, and that's what I followed by and live off of. A championship fight is always a phone call away, so you have to always be ready. And that's when Hammering Hank got back to.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
You ain't got to get ready, baby. Yes, sir.
So I'm assuming that you're close to the 140 limit already, or you still have a few ways to go, or are you pretty much close to the weight already?
Man, I'm close to the weight, man. Listen, man, I can make 140 in 2 days, 1 day if I want to, tell you the truth.
All right, so another question. Educate me on that, because I always kind of, I'm really, like I said, I don't really know, because when you close to weight that far from a fight, how does it affect your training camp, and do you slack off? Not slacking off being lazy, but do you take it easy and then pick it up at a certain point, maybe 6 weeks before the fight, or you just continue on with what you've been doing?
Well, with me, I continue on what I've been doing, I have a whole-time trainer, so he knows what to do, when to press the buttons, when to go hard, when to just make it a little bit easy. He knows exactly what he's doing. But with me, with my weight issue, what I do, you can eat a healthy meal. Nothing fattening, but you can eat healthy, That way, you really ain't trying to kill yourself or starve yourself. You're eating right. And that's what Hammering Hank is doing. I'm eating right. I'm losing the weight right. So, it's all good over here. Like, you gotta think about it. Back in the old time days, these guys used to train. They probably used to walk around after they fight weight. And it really wasn't no strength and conditioning and all that. It was nothing but natural running. And that's when Hammering Hank went back to the old school training.
Hey, whatever works for you, you got to keep it up. Smooth Cat, you got another question?
I kind of want to ask now, what was your take on Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight?
Oh, man, I'm not going to front. Floyd did what Floyd do. He's a boxer. He hit and not get hit. So people were surprised and upset that the fight wasn't a war like, Kirkland and, Canelo. That's not Floyd type of fight. Floyd said it back then, about 4 years ago, what he was going to do to him. And then, Pacquiao, he couldn't figure him out. We didn't watch Pacquiao go in there, fight these bigger guys, but he had a speed advantage on him. It's like this, and I do it in the gym. I get in there with a bigger guy. Okay, that bigger guy is going to try to land that one punch to your million of punches. By the time he do that, the fight's over. He's bruised up, beat up, and got knocked down, But in Floyd's case, Floyd is somewhat can match. He matched Pacquiao's speed, used the jab. Pacquiao could never get set. He could never figure him out. Floyd did what Floyd generally do. And a lot of people were mad, And I don't see why they was mad, Evidently, you should watch Floyd and know what he was going to do.
I definitely second that. Final question is, before we let you get out of here, how is it working with Barry Hunter? I personally love him as a trainer. I love the way he motivates and gets his guys ready for each and every fight. And I noticed in your fight with Delorme, when things kind of, wasn't going your way, or that he didn't feel that you was, applying enough pressure, he really motivated you and got you to turn it up into that second gear. So how is it working with him as your trainer?
Well, it was good. One thing about Barry, he's not just a trainer. He's a life mentor. He's a father. He's a brother. He gives you the real ins and outs about life, about, being on the streets, being off the streets, trying to make it out the hood. All that comes into play, especially in the rank, when he pushed me to that point. One thing about me, man, you really don't have to do too much to keep me there, but I felt where he was coming from. And, it was a particular word he said in that quarter. He said, he's not gangster. He's not gangster like us. And, when I looked at him, they hit a switch. This man not gangster. He ain't been through the hood, where I've been at in Philadelphia, man. I've been shot at and all that other stuff, I don't think the Norm ain't been through none of that. And it came out in the rank, after I started walking him down, it was over. Like I said, one more round, he'd have been lots out.
Yeah, I definitely feel that the momentum has shifted your way. And I personally scored the fight for you, but I know you moved on and you're looking forward to your fight with Mauricio Herrera. Is there anything you would like to say to Mauricio Herrera, who will probably check out this interview once it's up?
Well, like I told Mauricio Herrera, I added you on IG, you know, and I told you, I said I have respect for you because you're a warrior like me. But don't think for 1 second I'm gonna give you too much respect. I know you come to fight. I know you train hard, but what I'm saying, you better be in the best shape of your life because you're not fighting a Kareem Mayfield. You're not fighting a Danny Garcia. You're fighting a vicious, a guy that's coming in there like a box you. You know what I mean? I'm coming in there to break your will. I'm coming in there to destroy you. I'm not fighting for me, buddy. But like I tell you, man, you better be ready because you're about to go to hell and back. And trust me, when I say it, I mean it. Ask the Norme, ask most of the guys that I fight, what did it feel like when they was in the ring with me? You're going to go to hell.
There it is. Junior welterweight contender Hank Lundy. Words for fellow junior welterweight contender Mauricio El Mastro Herrera. They will lock horns July 11th on HBO Latino. So check out the fight. It's sure to be explosive, and we want to thank you again for joining us for another interview.
No problem, man. Like, and I thank y'all for having me, but I'm gonna end it like this: Hammering Hank coming to a city and town near you. It's Hammer time.
All right, hey, you take it easy, champ.
Well, thank you, man. Y'all do it.
And there you have it. Myself and Smooth Cat just wrapped up an entertaining interview as always with, like I said, junior welterweight contender Hammering Hank Lundy, who will be facing Mauricio El Mastro Herrera July 11th on HBO Latino. Stay tuned for that fight. It'll be explosive. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Head over to Facebook, like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Colossal CBT. Until next time, we out. Peace.
Yeah.